What is up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. How's everyone weekend? Mine was actually pretty good. It's the first weekend I haven't had anything to do in a long time. So I've just been catching up on some YouTube stuff, some streaming stuff. That's foreshadowing for maybe something to come a little bit later this month or in a couple weeks. But yeah, as you can see, guys, in my hotbar, we fought the Wither. And I am actually going to take you to that clip right now. But I've been practicing my TikTok transitions. So I'm gonna try it. Ready? And to the Wither fight. All right, here we are. Second major task of Minecraft, the Wither boss. I am cheating a little bit by doing this down in a cave, but I'm doing that just because, you know, I haven't really found a good spot that I haven't explored enough to just be like, you know what, let's go in the middle of nowhere and fight this out in the open. Also, I really believe that if I did it out in the open, I would die many times. So this is not the first time we're gonna do it. This is not the this is the first time. This is not the last time we're gonna fight the Wither boss. I just don't feel like dying today. I also am a little suspicious that I might have made this just a little too short. But we will see. We will see what happens. But let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and place this down. We have pretty good armor on right now. We also have a couple strength potions and a couple of healing potions, and then we have a new bow, so it should be able to handle what is happening. We'll go ahead and drink that strength potion, and all right. He's down in melee mode. Yes! And I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yep, there we go. See? I always forget to eat. Oh, I meant to reset my spawn. That's unfortunate. While the lag kind of goes away, I always forget to eat. Something about that battle I always forget to eat during it, which I guess is a major important part of Minecraft. But there you go. I mean, let's go down and actually get the star, and then so you guys can actually see that we have actually done it. I know that's a bit important, right? All right. See, I told you. See, now imagine if I were out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I forgot to set my spawn in the basement of my own house. Imagine if I would have just gone out in the middle of nowhere and forgotten to set my spawn, because you think I wouldn't have done it, but I totally would have. Sorry, my phone just went off. And there we are. We also have a creeper walking this way, which is great. There we go. Chill out, dude. Let's go ahead and come in here and... Oh, creeper central. Missed. There we go. All right. So, as you can see, Wither did a bit of damage. A bit of damage. This was all dug out by him. We can thank him later for his work in the mine. But there you go. Let's bring this nether star out like that. There you go. The nether star has been collected, received, and all that jazz. So let's head back to the actual video. Whoa, okay. Welcome back. man, that was an interesting fight. I know I died, which is kind of embarrassing because I shouldn't have, because even though I did it the easy way, but that's all right. It happens. But now I wanted to bring you with me as we first craft a beacon. Here we go. Wow. I know. Pretty uneventful, which is fine, I guess. But I think this beacon is going to come in very handy here in a little bit. I have started, I've had a couple ideas floating around. So there's a lot of things that I have been working on off camera, and kind of getting us moved forward and ready for the future of this world. As you can see, there's a lot of cows. Been breeding those up. Needed a lot of leather. But we're actually going to go to sleep here really quick, and then I'm going to show you kind of what we've been working on. You can kind of see what we've been working on right in front of me a little bit here. But we can talk about it in just a little bit. So while we're waiting for the sun to drop down, because it didn't drop as fast as I thought it was going to, you can see here we now have 4 layers of carrots. So these are all carrots right here. And so now I think 4 layers right now is pretty good. I just emptied it into these 3 shulker boxes. So we've been stocking up on carrots. And when I show you that, when I show you how many emeralds we have, it'll be, the beacon might be all emeralds. I think we'll have an all emerald and then an all iron beacon at some point, because I'll show you the iron farm as well. So over here is the start of the potato column. So these are all carrots. These are all potatoes. As you can see, it's starting to work a little bit here, which is nice because I realistically did not have any potatoes. The reason this took so long is because I had to personally plant like the back third and then come back and replant them. So I am going to move my phone first of all, because people just can't stop texting me. But yeah, so the carrots are on the rise here. With in between episodes, or even probably in between some clips in this episode, I'll probably build another layer here, which is all going to be connected through a system into the trading hall, which I'll also just show you the trading hall here in a second, because it's pretty cool right now. And then of course we have this track, which actually leads down into our dispatch system for our villagers. Let's go ahead and head down there and kind of show you what we're working with down here. I will just prepare yourself. It's a little bit annoying, but that's okay. So in here, as you can see, we now have all of our villagers filled in. So this actually, when I need to, I take out these couple blocks, go up there, and I remove a rail, and that sends them right up to our farms, which is cool. I think I'm going to implement a permanent way of actually doing it, maybe some redstone to switch the tracks for us. But if you look in here, here are all the emeralds we have. I know doesn't really seem like a lot, but for just kind of trading off and on with these guys, that's a pretty good amount of emeralds. It's probably the most emeralds I have personally seen in one chest at one time, because usually I spend them before I get that many. Struggles, right? The biggest thing now, the biggest bottleneck now is gold. So we have a lot of weakness potions in here, but if you notice, there's something missing from this chest: golden apples. So I need to get on that and get some gold going. Also foreshadowing for something that's coming pretty soon, a gold farm, because we need that to kind of keep this running and kind of get all of our trades down. But if you look, I have been doing some discounting a bit anyways. So we have some pretty good deals coming in off of these villagers right now, which is great. Again, this whole zombie discount system, this is my first time actually doing it. So I'm actually pumped that this is working. It's kind of reinvigorated my enthusiasm for the game. It's kind of something really cool I've never done before. Again, these villagers are still up here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. If you have ideas, they can be funny. We don't need them. And then we've just kind of been tidying up this tunnel. We haven't completed it yet, but we're changing it all to sandstone. And that is really, that's it. I've really been working on the villagers a lot since last episode because, of course, they help us get certain things. And the certain things they help us get are like mending, or we also have a silk touch villager. We have an unbreaking villager. We have an efficiency villager. And as you can see here, my elytra now have unbreaking and mending, which is what I said I wanted on it before I even started using them. So now we have a very quick way of travel around this world. So we can kind of like go look at some land features I've never shown or never seen before, which there is one I wanted to show you over here, which always cracks me up when I see it. Tell me that does not look like Radiator Springs. Right? Am I right? I feel like I'm in Cars. If I'm crazy, just let me know, but I swear it looks like that mountain that they race around in Radiator Springs in Cars. But yeah, so been able to use the elytra a little bit more, which is great, which also kind of brings me to something else we'll probably get to in this episode, is the start of a creeper farm, because I need gunpowder and I need rockets. I also wanted to show you this really quick. So we've emptied out our iron farm and they all have gone here. So this is all the iron we have, which truthfully, again, most iron I think I've ever seen in personally in a world of mine. So I'm pumped about that. So there are a lot of cool things we can now start to do because we have a surplus of iron and all that stuff. So now that we've kind of caught you up on what we've been working on, also you can see these paths here kind of working out. I'm starting to get the landscaping, the beautification, as people say, of our world here in check, just kind of sketching them out here. I think I'm going to go ahead and build something for the horses and the llamas. And then I think what I want is this to be like a natural spring and have the water kind of run this way. And it will actually run down here into this bay right here. So I think there's going to be a bridge right here, which I think is going to be super cool. So yeah, I've been just working on a lot of cool things, a lot of fun ideas going on in my head right now. So I'm pumped about that. But let's hop to probably at least the start of the creeper farm, because that's what we're working on today, isn't it? And I think I'm going to put it here behind the house and just dig straight down. And I think I'm going to have the actual gunpowder come into the basement of the house, because usually if I AFK, it's usually AFKing over there in the house, or worst case scenario over in the barn. So this is kind of a good area that I will always be around, you know? So let's get to that. All right, and just like that, we have this. A giant hole. You can see it opens into the basement a little bit. I misjudged the distance from the house. That's okay though. I kind of like it. I like how it's looking right now. And then down there, of course, you see our emerald beacon. You know, it's like the Emerald City, but not. The only similarity is they're made out of emerald, and the city of Emerald City wasn't even made out of emerald. It was just green. Anyways, unimportant Wizard of Oz facts. You can see now we have a giant hole all the way down to bedrock. Now this is going to be exactly where our creeper farm is. And of course, creeper farms has to be open to the sky. So what I think I'm going to do is actually put in like a pool-esque kind of thing. There's going to be some glass and then some water over it. I know the transparent blocks still count to it being on top, but I'm okay with it if it affects rates just a little bit. And then right where the beacon is, that bottom layer that the beacon is sitting on, is actually going to be the same level that this is. The killing chamber is probably going to be the same height as where the beacon actually is, the beacon itself. Give us enough room for the redstone and to shoot that those gunpowder up to the surface, and then of course our spawning platforms are going to be all the way up. Now I know what you're saying, Troy, I have not seen any cats in your world, and you'd ignore the stone in the roof. I got struck by lightning. You'd be correct, but now that we have a bunch of villagers, we kind of have a village. And, you know, cats naturally spawn within villages. So actually right above where the trading hall is, and I believe it's because they're gossiping is what they call it in the game. Oh, I didn't even think about that. We're going to have iron golems over here. That's fine. So cats have been spawning up here. You can see I have a cat here. There's a cat in the trading hall, if you saw that one. Overall, cats just spawn here every once in a while, so I got at least 2, and now I don't have to really worry about it. But we are able to now fill the creeper farm up with cats, which is an important part of the creeper farm and how the creeper farm works. I think I'm going to get some things together, and we are actually going to build a couple of the spawning pads, at least one on camera, and then I think the rest of it will all be kind of an off-camera adventure for me. Digging that hole took probably about an hour and a half with the beacon. Wasn't too bad. I just kind of threw on some music and started digging. I don't know if you guys know the band The Midnight. Just been listening to all their music. I have listened to a couple of their songs in the past, but just kind of found another song I liked, and I was like, you know what, let's give it a try. I've been on a big kick of listening to albums completely all the way through. So if you have any album recommendations, let me know, but also go check out The Midnight. And that is Troy's song recommendation of the week, I guess. But let me know if you guys have what you listen to, what kind of music. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm always down for recommendations, always looking for new music, seriously. But I'm gonna get some things together, and then we will go ahead and I will meet you down there, and we'll build a spawning pad. All right, let's go. All right, here we are. We as you can see, we have a cat down here now, and we have we're gonna fall a little bit, that's okay. We have a full layer set up here with the trapdoors in and everything. The only thing that needs to be left is carpeting, like here, I believe, like here or here, in a couple places to make sure that spiders aren't spawning, because of course it's a creeper farm, not a spider farm. So that. You can also see that the beacon is now gone. We have completely removed it. And the bottom floor here actually lines up with our strip mines, which is why we actually went with that level. There is the ladder, and then right over, it's currently blocked off because of the actual hole and everything, but right over there was where we fought the wither. So we're pretty close to everything. But I did just want to hop on here and build a level with you, so you can kind of see how we just kind of go about building one of these, and then I'm gonna do the rest of it off camera in between episodes, because we are just about out of time for this week's episode. I have most of it already edited while I'm recording this segment, as they call it in the industry. But yeah, so it also gives me something to work on in between episodes. There for a while, I wasn't actually getting like I would like start something and then finish it in an episode, which is great. But it really doesn't give me a lot to do in between episodes because I want to keep you guys involved with everything, and that way of doing it just really wasn't doing it. You feel? You feel? Oh man. And then also we have just been harvesting up birchwood like it's no tomorrow because those are the trapdoors we decided to go with because it was the most wood we had to begin with. So, yeah. But basically, creeper farms are super easy. I feel like most of the farms in Minecraft are easy. They're just annoying, like time consuming, which is kind of how this one is. It's super easy to actually set up, but it's the whole concept of the time and the resources to actually build it, which truthfully, this one's not even that bad in resources. It's just a lot of wood because it's a lot of trapdoors. Because not even sorry, I'm concentrating and trying to hold a conversation. Oh man. But trapdoors are literally the only thing that are actually used. That and carpet. But of course we have I wouldn't say giant, but we have a wool farm that has been going for pretty much the entire time this world has been going. So that should not be an issue. But the nice thing is it forces you to actually kind of sit back and collect these resources because I have a bad tendency of I always like collect the logs as I need it, where I feel like good Minecraft players always kind of have that storage laying around, like sitting around ready for them to use. But we'll get there. All right. So I wanted to also talk about the collection system that we are going to be using on this farm, which is not in place yet, which is why these layers are they're not operating. The torches are in and everything. So there is a couple things we still need to do before we actually turn this farm on. And I wanted to, at the bottom base here, once we're done placing these trapdoors, this is literally going to be my life for the next couple, I almost just said days, but it won't take me days. It'll be a couple hours of just music and trapdoor placing. So there you go. That's a whole layer. So like I said, it's super easy. That's why I just kind of wanted to show you the general idea of how to set this up, because realistically it's not interesting enough to watch at all. And then the cats actually have been pretty easy to get down here. I just placed that middle block down like that, that's not the middle, that is. And then I unsit one of the cats, they teleport down here, and then usually they kind of just get up here all by themselves. Cats love elevated surfaces, I guess. But yeah, so the collection system is going to be on this layer here, and it's going to be magma blocks. So we're going to go collect some magma blocks from the nether, and then below, so there's actually two ways. I have two ways to do this, and I have yet to decide which one I'm actually going to do. There's the magma block ones where they just fall down onto magma blocks. They will die, and then their drops will sit on top, and we have hopper minecarts down below, which is what we have on an SMP that I play on. The other option that I thought about was running water from these sides into the central point, and then having them drop down, and then having a magma block down there. Which the only thing that does is it lessens the amount of magma blocks I need, and it also assures me that the hopper minecarts will not stop running. The one in the SMP, the hopper minecarts will just stop going around the track for some reason. So we have to get in there every once in a while and actually push them. So I kind of want this to not have to do that. I don't want to have to maintain this farm. I want it kind of just to be turned on and then have it work 24/7. Right? I mean, who wants an AFK farm that you can't AFK at and you have to come down and actually fix it, right? That's kind of annoying. But yeah, so those are my two options. I'm going to be thinking about it and kind of toying around with the idea. I kind of like the idea that all the drops are going to go into one location, which they can do that if we use the hopper minecart anyways, but I don't know, it just makes it easier. And then, of course, on the fact of the basement, which I've actually been getting pretty good at flying into the basement. And that wasn't my best one, but we got there, and that's all that matters. So I think I'm gonna have the gunpowder come up onto this side. I think over here I want to have a storage system, and I want to have a couple farms feeding into it. What farms? I'm not sure, because we also kind of have the whole sarm. Whoa, that's a mixture of setup and farm. We have kind of the whole farming setup happening over on the other side with the villagers and everything, but I kind of want a couple farms over here too that are just feeding into the basement, and that could be like, I think this is going to get redone. We need a bigger kelp farm. If we want to run everything off of kelp, we need a bigger kelp farm, that is for sure. So that is in the works, and yeah, so overall this whole thing right here, oh, look, an Enderman. I think I looked at it. This whole kind of creeper farm setup is actually the start of finishing the basement, because the basement is one of those things that hasn't really been touched since we've started. So yeah, look out for the future of this. That Enderman really doesn't know what's happening. Is he okay? Whoa, he died. How'd he die? What killed him? Hello? Hero Brian? But yeah, so it's kind of the start of finishing the basement off and kind of capping off the house project altogether. Like I said, if we do build more farms, then it won't be capping it off, but it'll be like finishing off the house, so all the work will be outside the house now, which is kind of a good place to be, you know? Yeah. All right, well, I think that's going to be the end of the video, so let's take you to the scene that ends the video. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys had some fun, and hopefully it was a good way to start off the week. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more of these types of videos. And yeah, feel free to follow me on all my social medias. My Twitter is the one I use basically to announce videos and kind of talk to you guys and stuff like that. But I will see you on Friday with another video. And then I will see you next week with another Minecraft episode. Bye, guys.